Hello everyone, I am Malawian American Beauty. Today I want to talk about the cost of living in Malawi. As we all know, what it comes into mind when you think about moving is the cost of living. Everybody wonders, if I move from my country, if I move from one state to the other, if I move from one town to the other, what is it that is going to cost me when I go to a different town, when I go to a different country? So for those who are thinking, and for those who have been already maybe almost there getting to Malawi, this video is going to help you. And of course, the number one thing that is going to factor for you to get well prepared is you have to know your rate of exchange. So your rate of exchange is going to determine you to know basics, because the lifestyle that you're going to live in Malawi and the lifestyle that you live here in the United States is not going to be the same, because things are different. Now, the rate as of now, today this month is July 2023. The rate is at 1350. That is $1 to Malawi kwacha 1350. So as I go through my notes, you should be able to calculate and think over the stuff. And of course, my video is going to be very basic, because we know that the cost of living depends on somebody's lifestyle, the income, and the number of the people in the household. So it depends, how many people are you in your household? What kind of lifestyle do you like living? How much do you earn? All those things are going to factor. And then when you get there, the number one thing that you want to ask yourself, do I want to live in the country? Do I want to live in the village? Do I want to live in town? So all those things put together, you should be able to know how much you are going to have. This homework for yourself, I'll just give out the basics. Now, number one, we have the rate, which is 1350 as of July 2023, and that's the rate I hear at the bank. But also it can go up to 1630 on black market. How people get black market, don't ask me because I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how they get to exchange on black market. Now, the number one thing that you want to think of, residence. Okay, I want to live in town or I want to live in the village. If you want to live in the villages, it can cost even up to $50 renting somebody's house. Sure, right, up to $50. And in some other places, you'll be lucky even to get $35. But if we're talking of Lilongwe, Blantyre, and Muzuzu, the big cities, in these areas, you need to prepare about not less than 150. I'm just taking the minimum. You may find less than that. I'm just talking of the basics, up to $150, 250, 300, 400, up to 500 US dollars. So when we are talking about 500 US dollars, I'll give you an example. There's a man, we own a house in Muzuzu. He's a foreigner, he's an expatriate. He offered our house for 550,000 Malawi kwacha, so $500,000. So that is significant. That may take you up to maybe 400,000 ish in that 400 US dollars in that area. And also the neighborhood that you want to live in also will determine how much you're going to pay a month. I hear there are some other houses, people, they are paying up to 1 million Malawi kwacha, which is almost about 750 US dollars as of today's rate. Take the black market, take the banks, do your math. So We have the rent, we have the rent. Do you have kids? They'll need to go to school. All those things will add up. And the schools are different. Do you want your kids to go to the local schools, or you want them to go to the private schools? In Malawi, we do have nice private schools that your kids can get higher education. I'm a teacher by profession here in the United States of America. If you have a child that is in grade school, you take them to a nice private school, they'll get good education and good manners more than the kids here in the United States of America. Sorry, I'm not trying to be biased, but I'm a teacher. I know what I'm talking about. So, but taking them to a private school is like exceptional. So it's up to you to do your math. So I would put those things in aside, and then the other thing that would be more important is if you own your own car, of which you need to have a car as a foreigner. When if you are going to live in Malawi, you will need a car no matter what it takes. I'm sure if maybe you have traveled before and seen the other expatriates living there, it's a must to have a car. Moving from one place to the other, it may cost you even more. It may cost you your health if you are not careful, because you're going to get stressed because of the people wanting to take advantage of you. If you want to be booking every time you want to go to the market, you want to do this, just get over it and just get a car. And then you're going to be thinking about gas, petrol, or if you're using the diesel. And then you're going to be thinking, of course, about the insurance. I understand that there are insurances, car insurances in Malawi, that you can pay up to 85,000, from 85,000 per year, which is almost about how much? 85,000, $50 a year, something like that, depending on what of coverage you are looking for. We used to have a car, we don't have it now, but it cost us I think we were paying about 120,000 for 12 months, which is almost about maybe $55 up to $60 a month. That was full coverage, and it was a nice car, of course. It wasn't extremely just a Toyota, but it was not dented and not rusty. So you can learn from there. What's the other thing? Oh, let me see. The water and the electricity. Electricity in Malawi can be costly, so it will depend on the usage. What do you want to do with your stove? What are you doing? Are you cooking and eating home every day? All those things are going to get to be factored in your budget. That one I will not talk for you, but generally when we are in Malawi, we pay about 50,000 Malawi kwacha, 50,000, which is about what? Um, about $30 a month. Uh, I budget like $10, 10,000 a week, 10,000 a week, 10,000 a week, because we cook a lot, and sometimes we use the power tools. So and of course we use charcoal as Malawians. Some other food, they taste better when you use firewood, but that's it. So you get all those into fat. Water is cheap. We always budget for about 15,000 Malawi kwacha, and we are so wasteful, and we'll be like 10 or 12 people in one place. So we budget about 15,000 Malawi kwacha, which is about maybe $5, $6, $8, $10, in that neighborhood. Yeah, now we come to food. Food depends on what is it that you're gonna be wanting to eat. Local food, locally planted food, tasty and nice and good, but have a local person go to buy things for you, or make friendships with the locals, and then you learn things from them, and then when you go to the market you apply them, so they won't be able to cheat. And they will not be able to cheat you, because sometimes when we see foreigners as Malawians, maybe you already have that experience, you know what I mean. Yeah, you go to buy papaya that is supposed to cost 1,200 kwacha, that is going to cost you like $1. Yeah, because you're a foreigner, I'm gonna charge you $5. So know the locals, they'll help you, that you don't have to mess up your pockets. So you may need your car washed once a week or something like that. Pay the local boys. The neighbors have the boy, ask them every Friday or Saturday before you go out. You give them how much ever you agree, you two, and it's pretty much cheaper. There are washing places right now in Malawi you can go to, if you want a company to wash for you. But there are car wash companies everywhere along the road, and usually you can just ask what kind of chemicals they are using. If you are scared of your car, if you have a fancy car, or just go to a local car wash place, it's pretty much cheap. But mostly I would think of the rent. You're going to rent the house, or do you own your own property? And that takes me to my next video about the cost of building a house in Malawi. Of course, factors will determine where you want to build, and how big your house is going to be, but the prices is just like almost the same. Blantyre, Mzuzu, Malawi. Mzuzu can be a little bit expensive because most of the things we order from Blantyre or Lilongwe, because Mzuzu is in the northern region. So it may be a little bit expensive, but the difference is not too high. You don't even have to stress on that one. So excuse me, if you own your own house, you're gonna save money. You're gonna save about 450,000 Malawi kwacha, which is about 350. Do you like adventure? There's Nika National Park, Liwonde National Park, Vaza Marsh, and of course the beautiful Lake Malawi. No one goes to Malawi and never goes to the lake. Then you haven't done yourself some good stuff. Go to Malawi, don't go anywhere, just go to Lake Malawi. You're done, you go back, you're good. Whether you're living in Malawi, whether you're just visiting in Malawi, go and see Lake Malawi. It's beautiful. I cannot put the words in my mouth to describe how beautiful that lake is. So if you like adventure, go to Lake Malawi. How much are you going to spend a month? How many times do you want to go to the lake? Are you living close to the lake? All those things, they are going to factor into your budget. But talking of our own budget, and of course I come from an extended family, so it's not just about us, but it's just about the whole family. We can spend like if I am up to the budget, I can spend up to $1,000. That's just for food, electricity. That means my insurance have already paid upon arrival for our car, and for gas. And what gets the toll into our pockets, it's gas. And it's one reason, because we like adventure, we like moving up and down. We can't just sit ourselves down. And no, you're in Africa, go have fun. Too much stress sometimes here in the United States of America, or you're thinking, if I don't go to work, I don't get money. When you're in Africa, rest, 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 enjoy. So we like moving up and down most of the time, and that's why it gets a toll on our gas, and we don't complain about it. But if you want to live a decent life, minimum have a 2,000 US dollars every month. You can live easily. You can live like a king in Malawi. If you want to be a little bit conservative, your 1,500 US dollars, depending on where you are living. You in the country, you can get a house up to $50, and in some other villages you can get up to $35, depending on the places where you're living in town, from 150, 250, 350, 400, 500,000. It's just the kind of life that you want to live. For those who have not checked Malawi, please check it out. We are called a warm heart of Africa for a reason. Although things are changing up a little bit these days, people are not just the way they used to be. We used to be a very nice people, but I don't know, maybe because of the internet or something, or just it's just this generation that is changing. But check us up. Malawi is the warm heart of Africa, and it's a beautiful country. Now, without further ado, I just want to close up my chapter and say, for those who haven't checked me up, I'm Malawian American Beauty. Please give me a thumbs up, click the subscribe button, and just raise my my subscribers, and keep checking on my videos. Shortly, there's a travel arrangements going to Africa, so we'll be bringing you some videos from the villages and from town, and I'll be giving you prices from the stores as is. You and me will be able to watch together, and then you putting your math, and you'll be putting together your cost of living. So for now, bye, but please don't forget to subscribe. Bye.